Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have the new Haute42 Cosmox Gaming Hot Pad V16. This is their new pad on the market. Let's open this up and see what we got. So first of all, here we got really nice packaging, something you would see on the shelf. It's got all their labels and different sites on the back. And when we open this up, you can see they have the 30th anniversary logo here for the PlayStation 30th anniversary. And you can see they are not partnered with PlayStation. This is more a shout out and a congratulations to PlayStation on 30 years of gaming. So here's our 30th anniversary sticker. We have our switch puller, extra button nubs, and our extra shadow hunting switch inside. We have our angled USB-C to USB cable. We have our V16 instruction manual. And here we have our controller. All right, let's take this out and get this box out the way. And here we have the V16. So when we go around this pad, we can see there is nothing on the bottom. There's nothing on the right-hand side, nothing on the left-hand side. And we have our power and our pass-through port here on the top. So when we go across the body, we can see we have our home row here, our turbo function button here, all large buttons across the whole body, our screen here, and then we have our nice, smooth, on all edges acrylic top. This pad comes out the box with the new short travel shadow hunting switches, making the switches really nice and snappy. And if you're a slide player, you can easily slide your fingers across the whole pad. This pad does have a plastic bottom and the feet are pre-installed. I went ahead and added my grip tape on the end for lap play. It does come with the PlayStation 30th anniversary coloring. So this pad will have the look of the original PlayStation controllers and that feel. And when you remove the top on this controller, the artwork is attached to the acrylic top, so you cannot change the artwork on this controller at this time. The screws you find on this controller are the same style of screws you would find on the U16. So if you're considering this pad, you want that 30th anniversary PlayStation look, you want the plastic build on the bottom, you want the nice sloped off acrylic top, and you want the short travel switches out the box. If I take a T-top and lay it on here, you can see everything is the same as far as button spacing and keycap size. Your turbo buttons have moved, it's now here. Your home row is slightly over. And when I take the U16 top, you can see everything lines up perfectly. So this is spot on to your U16. Plastic base, it does not have the rings of the U16. This is your low profile short travel buttons and they'll feel right at home. And next we have the paper test. So what's the paper test? You take a standard piece of American printed paper. This is 8.5 by 11. I'm gonna turn it sideways. And we look here, we can see this controller is shorter than one adapter in height and wider by the metal head of an adapter in width. And when it comes to height off the ground, it is as tall as a Brooks adapter laying on your table. So how do you connect to your console? Take your cord, plug it in the top, take your adapter, connect here, plug in your console, press home, press start, and you're all set. If you're on Xbox, you'll have the Mayflash Magic X, you'll have the Brooks XB3, and for your pass-through port, you'll have the Mayflash Magic Boot for Xbox. For PS5, you have the Magic S Ultimate, you have the Brooks Wingman FGC1, you have your All-Fight 6 adapter, you have your Mayflash Magic Boot, and you have your Cosmox Haute42 Booter 5. You'll take your booter adapter, connect to the pass-through port on the top, take your cord, plug into your console, press home, press start, make sure in PS5 or Xbox mode, and you're all set. We also have the Brooks Wingman FGC2. This does not work in the pass-through port as the time of this recording. You will take your adapter, connect to the end of your cord, put in X input mode, connect to your console, press home, press start, and you're all set. So let's get some things on the table to compare. Here we have the Haute42 P12. So when we compare these two, you can see the P12 is not as wide by one adapter and not as tall by two adapters. So when you're comparing the P and the V, you're really looking at the S and the T, but with different materials. This is their plastic version of the S. This is their plastic version of the T. This has all small buttons across the body and one large button on the bottom. This has all large button across the whole body. This is your power and pass-through on top. And this has your power on this side and your pass-through on this side, as well as your tournament lock switch. Both have really nice and comfortable sloped edges and have a really light and comfortable plastic build. The P12 comes in two forms, your regular, which comes with crystal or red switches, and you have your Pro that comes with the shadow hunting switches just like the V16. All low profile, and these come with the short travel switches out the box. So if you're considering either of these models, you're looking for either a compact plastic form you can take anywhere and throw in any bag, or you want a larger size that fits on your lap, but still flat and compact to take anywhere, and they all have that light plastic build. And here we have the Haute42 T, and when I put them back to back, you can see they're the exact same height and the exact same width. And when you're comparing what's different as far as the layout, they both have the large buttons across the whole body, both low profile. This does come with your shadow hunting shorter travel switches. This comes with your stock reds or crystals. The screen on this pad is slightly more to the left, and the turbo button has actually been moved from here to right here. Your home row is also slightly more to the left, and your pass-through port on the T is on your right-hand side, whereas on your V, it's here on the top. So if you're comparing these two models, you know you like the T, you just want different materials, you would get the V. This has your plastic base on the bottom, your acrylic top that you cannot change the artwork on, and it comes in the classic 30th anniversary edition. If you have the V now, and you're looking at the T, this is the full acrylic top to bottom. You can change the artwork on the top and the bottom. You can change the switches and the keycaps on both of these controllers, and you will feel right at home on both pads. And here we have the U16 and the V16. When we put these back to back, we can see they're exact same height and exact same width. They have the exact same base, just different colors. And if I take the top from the U and put it on the V, you can see they have the exact same turbo and screen. The only difference between these two is you can change the artwork on this lid. You can take the screws out and change the artwork to whatever you like. So if you want your buttons low profile, full-size keycaps across the whole pad with the short travel switches out the box, you would get the V. If you like this controller and you want rings, you would get the U. It has the same diameter as the ring as these keycaps. The button you press are the smaller keycaps in the middle and your one large here on the bottom. But when you lay the spacing out, they have the exact same layout as a T and the V. Again, this controller you cannot change the artwork on. This is an anniversary edition, whereas the U, you can take the top off and install any artwork you would like. And they both have their power and pass-through ports on the very top, and that's how you compare the two. That's the Haute42 Cosmox Gaming Hot Pad V16. And I think this is a really nice addition to the lineup, starting out with their S and their T, their compact, tight spacing, small keycaps, one large on the bottom, and their T, large spacing, wide keycaps across the whole body, and taking these two pads and these two families of controllers and branching out to different materials and designs. So you have your S, which is acrylic top and bottom. You have your P, which is plastic and ready to play. You have your T, which is acrylic top and bottom. And now you have the V, which is plastic and ready to play. And I think it's another great option in their lineup. I hope in the next edition of this pad, you're able to change your artwork and customize it like you can on the U16 with these same shadow hunting switches and keycaps to add to the lineup. So that's the V16. I think you're really gonna like it. Thanks for watching. Bye.